Hey YouTube, I wasn't able to get a video out to you yesterday because I had to take a little trip back to my hometown and take care of some business, and I took care of everything and I have wrapped up that chapter in my life. I have no connection there anymore. Got rid of the safety deposit box, got rid of the post office box, signed some papers, bing bang boom, it's all over. But let's get right to it today. Today I'm talking to you about dealing with obstacles. I like a lot of times at night I'll just get on my phone or get on my iPad and I'll start just going to sites that have quotes on them, or I'll start with one quote and then I'll kind of just roll from there. Like there'll be suggestions of other quotes and I go through them, and a lot of times when I find certain quotes that really stick out for the time, that really talk to me, maybe they're timely, I generally go and Google them, and then I'll read through several things, just kind of see what other people's thoughts are. So I've got a little bit of both for you today. First, the quote I came across, and I'd come across it before, but like I say, sometimes things are just very timely with where you are. Obstacles don't block the path, they are the path. Think about that. That's about it. It is a Zen proverb, but that's about as Zen as it gets. Obstacles don't block the path, they are the path. So much of our pain and suffering comes from resisting, from resisting how things are. We can always strive to better our situation, but there's just some things that we kind of, have to realize, and there's some things we have to face head on. It's kind of another one of my practices is I say the Serenity Prayer almost every day. Grant me the courage to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Big lesson I'm trying to learn in my life. So, as said, I had Googled it, and I did this a few nights ago, so it's not as fresh on my mind. And I came up with this little piece, and it is from Zen Warrior, Igniting a Revolution of Love, and it's the title of the actual piece is "The Obstacle is the Path." We fight against change, resisting the flow of life to stay in our status quo, our cocoon filled with illusions of security and happiness. We live in a world of if-then. If I only had more money, then I would be happy. If I had the right job, then life would be good. If only I was loved, then life would be meaningful. We fight to hold on to the past, to hold on to the positive moments in our lives. We build this illusion that our lives would be different and happy if only it were different, or like it used to be. Yet life flows. Pain and death are inevitable just as the seasons change. We suffer in missing this flow of life. We suffer trying to hold on to the attachment of an if-then world, a world of yesterdays and should-have-beens. We suffer in resisting change. What we resist persists. Yet what we do not realize in our suffering is that the obstacle is the path. That is our journey. How can we know light if we do not also know darkness? How can we know love if we do not also know hate? Joy without sadness. There is no destination on our journey. There is no end point. Our path is not straight. It has ups and downs, birth and death, pain and happiness, joy and sadness. When we fight the flow of life, we try to change nature and the universe itself. Life happens. Pain is inevitable. We cannot change this no more than stopping time itself. The Dalai Lama stated, "True change is within. Leave the outside as it is." The obstacle is the path. Embrace it. Don't fight it. Give gratitude for these moments. These moments are what make you. There is beauty in every step along the journey. Gratitude in our experiences. Give thanks and gratitude for the ability to experience these moments, no matter how painful they may be. Because this is growth. This expands our circle of compassion and our connection to all living beings. This is putting our heart out, fully open and vulnerable. This is life, beautiful with all its warts and changes. When we remove the cocoon of illusion, life transforms, and we are free to fly in all its beauty. The concept of good or bad dissipates, and we are simply left with this present moment. Let it rain, feel it, embrace it, and dance. And a little call to action they've got at the very end of this is stop resisting, let life flow. If you feel yourself resisting, find gratitude in the moment, no matter how difficult this may be. Be love. The reason this is a little bit timely for me is, like I've had some struggles the past few years. I'm an upbeat person. I don't bring all my things here to the channel, but yeah, there've been things, that have like gotten me really down into a dark place. And I've gotten a lot more introspective about them in the last 6 months and just said, okay, I can't just wait for this to randomly fix itself or go away. I have to change my mentality about it. A lot of this stuff I've talked about before, this inflammation I get in my rib cage, which I'm hoping is starting to ease off now. It can really get in my head, sometimes, and then I get to where, well, I can't get any work done because I can't sit for more than about 15 seconds in one position. I'm always jumping around, so it makes it difficult to work. So a few months ago, I just said, okay, what can I do with this? It hasn't worked, me trying to fight against it and wait for it to get over and fret about it and whatever. And I just started thinking, okay, well, what can you do when you're stiff? What are tasks that you can do? What can you do to potentially make when it's bothering you a little less bothersome? And like I say, I've just even sometimes when I'm doing my or when I'm getting prepared to do meditation and I'm thinking about it, I'm just like, this is what it is. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that suffer much worse than that, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever. I've been rather blessed in my life, and one thing I try to do, kind of like they talk about, is when I'm struggling with something, I try to grasp onto everything that I can think of that I'm grateful for. And sometimes, like, it gets down to the very basics. And I've talked to other people about this when they, sometimes when they've written me and it's like things are just going crazy in their life or whatever, or they're really down or they're really sad or depressed. I'm like, listen, in those moments, it's almost like grabbing anything for a life saver. And it's like you simply just start. What do I have to be grateful for? Do you have a roof over your head today? Okay, you might have this big problem, but you got a roof over your head. That problem would be a lot worse if you didn't have a roof over your head. You have food to eat. That problem would be a lot worse if you didn't have food to eat. If it's medical, you could have another medical issue or a worse medical issue or just a medical issue if your issue isn't medical, and that makes that issue worse. So you just start going through those things, like, okay, I'm grateful. I got that roof over my head. I've got food. I've got clothes to wear every day. I'm warm. I don't have the greatest car, but I've got a car to get around in. And there's just always things most people can be grateful for. So don't always, get worried too much when you have an obstacle in the path. And maybe if you think of it just in a different way, it'll help you to process it a little bit. But anyhow, just a short one today. Like I said, I was reading this a couple of nights ago and it was something that resonated, and I just really wanted to share it with you guys. So hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, and this is coming out probably on Thursday. I might do another one tomorrow. If not, I'll probably do something over the weekend. So y'all have a beautiful rest of the week. Peace.